G'day, Paul here down in the National Park near our home, and we're bringing you another reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 in the NIV. And you can actually follow the words. If you look at the description of this video, you can follow the words in the description. From verse 1, like snow in summer or rain in harvest, honour is not fitting for a fool. Nobody wants to have rain at harvest time, and nobody wants snow in summertime. It's not fitting, and honour for a fool is not fitting either. Verse 2, like a fluttering sparrow or a darting swallow, an undeserved curse does not come to rest. If somebody's cursed you undeservedly, it'll just flitter around like a swallow or a sparrow, and it will not come to rest. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the backs of fools. You know, fools need to be steered away from their foolish behaviour, and here the proverb is saying, give them the rod. Verse 4, do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him. Don't listen to rubbish. Don't even give him the time of day, and don't give him a credible answer. Sometimes we have to just tolerate a fool and let him carry on, but don't answer him back and give him any satisfaction for his foolish behaviour. Verse 5, answer a fool according to his folly. It's the carry on there. Or he will be wise in his own eyes. If he starts talking rubbish and you reinforce that, he's going to think he's wise. Verse 6, sending a message by the hands of a fool is like cutting off one's feet or drinking poison. Never trust a fool to take a message. Like the useless legs of one who is lame is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. So it's pretty, putting it bluntly, a fool with a proverb is pretty useless. Verse 8, like tying a stone in a sling is the giving of honour to a fool. When you tie the stone in a sling, it's not going to leave the sling, it's going to come back and hit you. So if you start honouring a fool, then that will happen. It'll come back and bite you. Verse 9, like a thornbush in a drunkard's hand is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. A thornbush in a drunkard's hand. Well, it can be pretty prickly and dangerous. Verse 10, like an archer who wounds at random is one who hires a fool or any passerby. So you don't trust a fool to do something you want done, and certainly something that you're going to pay to hire them. Don't hire a fool. Verse 11, as a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. And if a fool is foolish, he's going to be foolish again. Verse 12, do you see a person wise in their own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for them. So when you start to get too proud and wise in your own eyes, you're starting to be very foolish. Verse 13, a sluggard says, there's a lion in the road, a fierce lion roaming the streets. He's just saying, I don't want to go out because there's a lion out there. He's putting up excuses for not going and doing some work. Verse 14, as a door turns on its hinges, so a sluggard turns in his bed. He just rolls over in the bed and sleeps on. 15, a sluggard buries his hands in the dish. He's too lazy to bring it back to his mouth. Wow, this sluggard is a lazy, slow person. Verse 16, a sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 people who answer discreetly. In other words, he thinks he's wise, but he's not. Verse 17, Like one who grabs a stray dog by the ears is someone who rushes into a quarrel not their own. See that happen when there's a brawl start in a pub and everyone's drunk and someone throws a punch and then they all get involved. They're people like one who grabs a stray dog by the ears and rush into a quarrel that's not their own. Verse 18 and 19 go together. Like a maniac shooting flaming arrows of death is the one who deceives their neighbour and says, "I was only joking." Oh, how painful that can be. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. Verse 21. As charcoal to embers and as wood to fire, so is the quarrelsome person for kindling strife. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the innermost parts. Like a coating of silver, dross on earthenware are fervent lips with an evil heart. 24. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbour deceit. Though their speech is charming, do not believe them, for 7 abominations fill their hearts. Verse 26. Their malice may be concealed by deception, but their wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Verse 27. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. And 28. A lying tongue hates those it hurts, and a flattering mouth works ruin. So there's Proverbs 26 from the NIV. If you want to follow us with our readings for the rest of the Proverbs, click that red button at the bottom of the screen. In the meantime, I strongly recommend you read the Proverbs for yourselves, because so much wisdom will be conveyed to you, and if you can store up some of it in your heart, then it'll be useful for you as you go through your life. Wonderful to have the wisdom stored up in your heart. Psalm 119 says, "I have stored up your word in my heart, that I may not sin against you, Lord." So store it up in your heart. May the word get into you. You get into the word. May the word get into you. We'll see you later. Bye now.